Hello and welcome all you softball fans to another installment of YSN Live Softball. Today we have a matchup between two power ranked teams for the YSN Live Power Rankings. It is number 1 Fitch hosting in number 7 ranked Poland. Fitch coming in with a 5-0 record, Poland 3-1. Let's take a look on the mound today for the Falcons. It is going to be Sydney Watts on the mound. Here's the lineup she's going to be facing today for the Poland Lady Bulldogs. It is going to be Emily Denny, Connie Cougars, Mary Brandt, Abby Farber, Sophia D'Angelo, Leanne Williams, Katie McDonald, Meredith Travas, and Sophia Dito. As we get ready for the opening of today's contest, we will be back right after this real quick commercial break with the start of this ball game.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists, located on South Avenue in Boardman.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana and I am why I'm proud.
Back here on YSNLive.com. As we were saying here, we go through the defensive rotation around Sydney Watts today. Over at catcher, it's Mckenna Hogan. Then at first, Maddie Taylor. Second, Caitlin Mitchell. Third, Sophia Senedek. Short, Ayla Ray. Out in the outfield, left field, Bella Tofil. Center field, Sammy A. Right, Maddie Butis at the flex. Sydney Watts' first pitch on the day is a ball up high, 1-0. Watts coming into today, 5-0 record, .07 ERA, 72 strikeouts. And with the innings she's pitched, which to my recollection is 30 on the year, she is right over 2.3, I believe, 2.4 strikeouts per inning, which is unbelievable in that number, as that one is a ball. Susceptible to walks, though. She's given up 10 on the season. And that's where you got to be patient. You can't chase her stuff. That's when she becomes untouchable, as the nickname coined for her early in this career. Imagine how much better she's going to get. That one misses, though, to the leadoff hitter today, Emily Denny. Bats .364 on the season coming into today's game. Denny looks to get things going here against Watts. Tagging Watts early. Huge for team's confidence, and a leadoff walk and patience from Denny pays off. Watts holding opponent's batting averages to 117. That is her 11th walk on the season is Watts. Bunt goes right up in the air and falls in between the first baseman and the catcher, as Maddie Taylor and Mckenna Hogan converged for it, but couldn't come up with it. Strike one. Like we said, .17 batting average against Watts, but the walks are where teams have been able to get on base against her. Like we said, that is her 11th of the season through 5 games. Still keeps the walks down as she pulls the bunt back, as the ball, I believe, is what is called. Evens the count up at 1-1 apiece, as swiping second is Denny. As Watts, deep breath in, the pitch. That one gets fouled back and out of play, so we will do it at 1-2. First Poland hitter to get behind today against Watson. This is where teams, and if we venture into the batting average against, we say it's 117 against her now, but with 2 strikes, I venture to say it might be even lower against Watts to open the season. Dynamic start she's been on. Over 14 strikeouts average per game. Watts stares in, kicks, fires, 1-2, and that one misses the mark. Heading down to third is Denny, and the Lady Bulldogs have now run 60 feet away as the count evens up at 2-2. Denny's at third. As awaiting the pitch. Connie Kugris takes the 2-2. That one up high as well, 3-2. Laboring, it looks like, with the rise ball command. As Watts steps into the circle, gets the call from Hogan, fires, and it is in there, called strike 3 for the first out of the inning. As caught looking is Kugris. It's going to bring up Mary Brandt. And Mary Brandt, no joke, she's an RBI leader. Hit a walk-off home run, also batting .571 on the season as the first pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. As we mentioned, .571 batting average. That is the highest on this Bulldogs team. And she's very good at putting the ball in play as that run at third awaits to try to get the lead as that one popped up. Hogan gives it a look, and it looks like, did she catch it? And it looks like she might have. Sophia Senedak back into the lineup this game and erases a huge out in a pop out now to third. Sophia Senedak with the second out. Bolin got a leadoff runner to third, threatening to not do anything with it. Watts looking for the third out. Swing and a miss, strike 1. As Abby Farber, .364 batter, tied for second on the team in that. The 0-1, Farber comes up empty on back-to-back, 0-2. And Watts, from a runner at third, nobody out, to 2 down in the inning. Watts, one pitch away from getting out of it. Shakes off Hogan, gets her pitch, kicks, fires, swing and a miss, strike 3 as Sydney Watts gets out of the early inning jam with a couple of Ks to add to her name. Bolin gets a runner to third, can't do anything with it. It is 0-0. Fitch bats coming up for their first time right after this.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999. Mill Creek Metro Parks invites you to join them for a second season of Youth Deck Hockey, July 16th through August 27th. 8, 11, 14, and 17U players. Register now for 6 Saturday games and 1 scheduled practice each week at the Wick Recreation Area. Registration for the Adult League is also now being accepted. Sign up now and don't miss your chance to play deck hockey. Call today or visit millcreekmetroparks.org.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
On the mound today for the Poland Bulldogs is Katie Mcdonald as we go through her stat line. 3-0 on the season, 1.91 ERA, 31 Ks, as she's walked only 3 on the season, .250 batting average against. Looking at the lineup she'll be facing today from the Falcons, Ayla Ray, Sammy A., Maddie Taylor, Sydney Watts, Bella Tofil, Caitlin Mitchell, Mckenna Hogan, Sophia Senedak, Sam Severn to round things out. Ayla Ray lead things off, left-handed hitting shortstop, and one of the most dynamic batting averages in the entire area. Ayla Ray coming in batting .722, team's leader in average, and there's all kinds of bright spots on this team. But she does her job from that leadoff spot.
The Fitch Lady Falcons, sophomore shortstop number 1, Ayla Ray.
As the first pitch taken from McDonald is a strike to Ayla Ray, 0-1. As McDonald blows another one by Ayla Ray, 0-2. Katie McDonald featured a lot on that Poland basketball team as well. Brought the height as a post player for the Bulldogs. Commands a lot of power as well. As that one chipped back from Ayla Ray to do it again at 0-2. Ray, one of the very good two-strike hitters. Always looking to put the ball in play, has a quick swing through the zone. And she readies up for another 0-2 offering from McDonald. That one taken for a ball. Good eye from Ayla Ray to lay off of it. As McDonald as that one is chopped back and out of play. Count stays at 1-2. As Ayla Ray looking as that one into the turf. Count evens at 2-2. A little bit of a rainstorm prior to today's games at both Richard L. Coppola Field and right here on the softball field, but the baseball team was already ahead of the game. They postponed themselves to 5:15. I believe their start time came right around that time. It looks like they're all started over there. Same case here as the count runs full. Ayla Ray has battled herself all the way back in ahead of the count now. As Ayla Ray taking a lot of pitches from McDonald, swings on the 3-2 and hits that one foul and out of play. So doing it again at 3-2. As I believe now.
It is 50 degrees and cloudy at game time. We had a shower with a little bit of light hail before the game.
Count still full. Ayla Ray showcasing why she's one of the toughest outs in the area as of right now. 722 hitter, 3-2 count. Add some more to her on-base percentage from 0-2 to a walk. Ayla Ray gets on base again. Brings up Sammy A now, a .533 hitter.
Lady Falcons is senior center fielder number 7, likewise left-hand swinging Sammy A.
The top five, I should say, in the Falcons lineup all come into today with a .500 batting average or greater. And actually, if you look even further down, it's going to be 7 of the 9, with not a single Falcon having a sub-350 batting average in today's lineup. As the count now 2-0 for Sammy A. The 2-0, A goes swinging on that one, chips it back into the glove of the catcher D'Angelo, 2-1. Much like Poland did in the top half of the first, able to get a runner on first, Sydney Watts was able to extinguish the fire without any damage being done. McDonald looks to walk the same tightrope and look for similar results as she's now come back from down 2-0 in the count to A, to now getting 2 consecutive strikes on fouls over on the .533 left-handed batter. As that one going for the swing. Ball is called, though. Looking for a slap shot, and it goes back to full. 2 consecutive full counts for Falcon hitters. Again, count full, the 3-2 pitch, and chipping that one away to keep the count full. Laboring through this first inning. Trying to get some outs here. Keeping Ayla Ray as close as she can to. Always a stolen base threat. And another swing and another foul back for Sammy A. So tough in this top of this order. These two set the table so well for the big boppers that come behind him in Maddie Taylor and Sydney Watts. Taylor, like we said, batting .556, Watts .611. Sammy A again with the full count on her. She readies up. The pitch from Mcdonald. That one swing towards second base. Looked for the tag, went to first, and I believe out. Safe at second, out at first, I believe, is the call.
She didn't tag her second.
So no tag at second and an out at first. So fielder's choice out on Sammy A, but she does advance Ayla Ray into scoring position.
Senior captain, first baseman, number 10, Maddie Taylor.
Maddie Taylor, .556 average. Couple of home runs already in the young season, as she'll have a runner in scoring position. And that is going to be in the form of Ayla Ray to try to get the first run of the ball game across. As Coach Ward talking with Maddie Taylor, the senior right-handed hitter that's going to be at the plate. We talk about power. This is the power part of the lineup. Taylor, .556, 2 homers on the season. Sydney Watts, .611, 4 home runs on the season. That's 4 home runs in 4 consecutive games for her. As
I think her most she hit was her freshman year.
as Taylor takes a first pitch strike, 0-1.
Led the team in 5. Last year, I don't think she had 5.
No, she did.
She didn't start out good.
As Maddie Taylor,
Both leading the team for a long time.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Bella and
the 0-1.
were caught up.
That one's cut on and taken back in, out of play. Right behind the Bulldogs dugout, 0-2.
The league leader.
With one down here in the bottom of the first. Falcons have a runner at second trying to bring it home and break the scoreless tie. Early swing and a miss, though, as Katie Mcdonald finds a big strikeout in Maddie Taylor to get the second out of the inning. And now Katie Mcdonald threatening to go the distance, and at least in the first inning, match frames with Sydney Watts and leaving a runner in scoring position. Sydney Watts, look out. Screamer off the bat to the Poland dugout of Watts, 0-1. As Watts, you hear so much about her pitching. She wants to remind everybody she's a hitter as well. Like we said, 4 home runs in just as many games. That 0-1 is low and in, ball 1, 1-1 the count. As Watts doing a good job of changing the approach game to game too. Always trying to learn. Goes up high with that one though, does Mcdonald, and Watts goes after the rise ball. As Watts now down in the count, 1-2. Mcdonald looking for another big out. 6'11" hitter in Watts. And that one is hit out towards right, and making a nice catch out there in right field is Meredith Travas for out number 3. Katie Mcdonald with a good frame of pitching in the first. Both teams leave a runner in scoring position. We go to the top of the second. Ty Bartel, YSNLive.com. Be back right after this.
We are Kent State in the Valley. Start and finish one of more than 25 bachelor's or associate degree programs, or start one of Kent State's 280 majors. With low tuition, public, and plenty of scholarship opportunities, we will help you maximize your education and minimize student debt. Enjoy the benefits of a smaller campus with all the opportunities of a large university. Save money, stay close to home. Apply today by visiting kent.edu/Trumbull.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Welcome back, everybody. Here, top of the second inning as Poland bats coming up. It is going to be 5, 6, 7 due up in their order. Sophia D'Angelo, Leanne Williams, Katie Mcdonald. As D'Angelo steps into the box, 308 hitter on the year for Poland. Catcher in today's contest as well. Poland was able to work across that first walk of the game, leadoff walk in last inning, got it all the way to third. Couldn't do anything to score with it. Falcons, similar situation, got Ayla Ray to second, but couldn't bring her around to score either in that first. So top of the second, clean frames in the first from both pitchers. Sydney Watts comes out trying to keep things shut down against the Lady Bulldogs.
Number 16, Sophia D'Angelo.
As D'Angelo swings it from that right-handed side of the plate as she steps in for her first look against Watts. As a swing and a miss, strike one. As Sydney Watts, 2 strikeouts. Quickly getting behind in the count, 0-2 as Watts pitches ahead of a lot of batters that she faces, and part of the challenge in trying to get anything against Watts is she entices you to chase those pitches out of the zone because she lives in the zone so much with the speed and the heat, and then the stuff that she has that breaks up, breaks down sometimes. Makes it really tough as a play. Did Mckenna Hogan get it? Yes, she did. Mckenna Hogan with a dive to make a catch and an out of Sophia D'Angelo. A pop out to Hogan.
Well played behind the back, near the backstop for Mckenna Hogan.
Out number 1 now of the inning.
Sophomore first baseman, number 21, Leanne Williams.
Leanne Williams now steps into the batter's box with 1 away. First pitch in there with some heat. Pop of the glove, strike 1. As Williams with 1 down looks to get some traffic on the base paths. That one a little bit low, 1-1. As Watts works at a pretty decent speed as well. She works rather fast, knows how to compose herself and slow the game down when she needs to, but from the short time that we've been able to see her in the 5 games, really does a great job of keeping herself composed out in the circle. She has 1 and 2 on the count against Leanne Williams. That one is popped up again behind the plate. Hogan gave it a look, but it goes out of play, and we'll do it again at 1 and 2. Rain looks like it's mostly going to stay away for the time being. We're seeing some blue skies peeking through some of this cloud cover here. Cold, rain, and wind right before game time. Wind sticking around a little bit, but not nearly what it was, as that one goes foul for Williams. And again, we'll do it at 1 and 2. A lot of people here in the northeastern part of Ohio just want spring to actually start, as we've had some glimpses of it, and the fickle sport of baseball was fickle in the weather as well, as we had some 60 and 70 degree weather a couple weeks prior to the start of the season, and only have had a couple of glimpses of that type of weather here since the start of the season, as the count goes 2 and 2 now. Leanne Williams doing a good job of staying in here, getting the count to work even now, as she tries to create a base runner and some traffic for Sydney Watts to try to deal with. Watts is 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, as strikeout victim number 3 for Watts, and that is the second out now of the inning.
Now batting 7th for the Bulldogs is junior starting
Pitcher matchup in Katie Mcdonald. As Katie Mcdonald to step in against Sydney Watts. As Watts' first pitch is a ball, 1-0. As 1-0, Mcdonald leads the count. The 1-0 pitch. Takes that one all the way. 2-0 the count now. As trying to keep it low on McDonald. Katie McDonald batting .333 coming into today's contest. Taking all the way on the 2-0, getting a pitch across the zone for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1. That one rides a bit high, 3-1. As Watts in danger of walking her second of the ball game. Walked Emily Denny to lead things off, I should say, in that top of the first. Got to third, couldn't do anything with it though. 3-1 to McDonald, taking all the way. Count runs full. As nicely placed pitch for Watts. As we'll see, does she challenge McDonald here? Try to get her to chase her pitch. Gets the call from Hogan, kicks, fires, swing, and cuts it back to the bleachers by the pull-in dugout. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Both teams want to do this against these pitchers that we're seeing coincidentally face each other right now. Get and force a lot of pitches from the opposing pitcher. Get them to throw a lot. Just see a lot of what they have to offer. Get used to the speed. Get used to the way both these pitchers stuff breaks, because they're both some of the best. Swing and a miss, and the untouchable Sydney Watts continues to be so with 4 strikeouts in the first 2 frames as we stay scoreless going into the bottom of the second. Falcons bats coming up right after this.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the second inning. Scoreless game here as the Falcons bats try to get things going against Katie McDonald and the Poland Bulldogs. Due up to bat this half of the inning, Bella Tofill, Caitlin Mitchell, Mckenna Hogan. That is 5, 6, 7 in the Falcons order. Tofill batting .500 even as bats from the right-handed side of the plate. 50-50 in her swings. Like we said, .500 batter coming into today. First pitch to her, watches it go high and away for a ball, 1-0. As Tofill awaits the 1-0 for McDonald, lays off of it, count runs 2-0. Both pitchers with a walk given up, neither with a hit though, as McDonald walked De La Rey to start. Sydney Watts walked Emily Denny to start. So coincidentally, both teams have walked the leadoff batter and to this point have yet to give up anything since. Count is 2-1 now to Tofill. Tofill swings and misses on that one, 2-2. As Katie McDonald doing a great job in the circle. Looking to retire Tofill, the 2-2, laying off of it, and a nice eye by Tofill has one right by the letters that's very tough to lay off. Tofill did, and the count runs full. She's ahead. Payoff pitch, and that one runs in and catches her as Tofill gonna take the lead off base as the hit by pitch will get a runner to first. Caitlin Mitchell coming up now. And a check on Tofil, of course, at first to make sure everything's okay on that end. She looks like she's all good to run the bases. Caitlin Mitchell, like we said, is due up. 353 batter.
Sixth in the order for the Fitch Lady Falcons is junior second baseman number 4, Caitlin Mitchell.
As Mitchell looking to work with the leadoff runner for the second consecutive inning. Try to plate this one and give the Falcons a lead. The 0-0 showed bunt. Sounded like she got a piece of it. 0-1. Very faint sound, but definitely sounded like it did catch a piece of the bat. 0-1. Squaring around again, looking for the bunt, and it goes foul yet again. 0-2. So bunt likely taken away from Mitchell now. See what Coach Ward and the Falcons elect to do now. The 0-2, that one swings it and takes it to the shortstop. Toss to second for the lead out. Mitchell, no throw offered to her at first, so you take the out. You swap the runners at first as Mitchell now is over at the bag. And lead runner in Tofil was out. Fielder's choice. Going to be the choice call on Mitchell. Mckenna Hogan, couple of home runs and a .500 batting average on the season coming into today's contest. She swings and misses on that first pitch delivery from Mcdonald. 0-1. As Hogan was a part of those 4 Falcons that hit home runs in an inning for the opportunity to be featured in the state record book. As the count now 0-2, Mcdonald, just like Sydney Watts, does a great job of working ahead of batters. Like we said, sub-2 ERA coming into this one. That one taken high for a ball, 1-2. Not a big strikeout pitcher is Watts. Like we said, only 31 coming into today. But that one misses the mark, and that one going to cost the Poland Bulldogs, as able to take second on it is Mitchell. Works just as well as Mitchell bunting the original runner, Bella Tofil, over to second. So now runner in scoring position. The 2-2 to Hogan, but Mckenna Hogan takes strike 3. Looking, what a pitch by Katie McDonald. As McDonald now gets her second strikeout of the day.
Batting 8th is the senior third baseman, number 40, left-hand swinging, Sophia Senadak.
As the swing and a miss by Sophia Senadak, 0-1. Senadak bats .375 coming into today. Has a home run on the season as well. McDonald, again, looking to go 2 for 2 in innings, stranding a runner in scoring position as she comes back with another strike, 0-2. Long look in the 0-2 delivery. Outside edge for a ball, 1-2. Yes, Katie McDonald. Deep breath in the circle, the 1-2. Taking, and that is a ball as well, as the count goes even at 2s apiece. McDonald trying to strand that runner at second, and Mitchell, 2-2, is chipped back to the fence. And we'll do it again at 2s. Like we said, big matchup nonetheless, though. Number 1 ranked Austintown Fitch in the softball power rankings for YSN. And it's number 7 Poland in the power rankings. Of course, you want to stay tuned going into next week on those power rankings. As a swing and a miss, strike 3 as Poland definitely making it tough for number 1 Fitch here, as we got a pitcher's duel in store for you in the circle. Katie Mcdonald gets her 3rd strikeout of the game as she strands a runner in scoring position for the 2nd consecutive inning. We head to the top of the 3rd in this scoreless ball game. Pulling bats coming up. Ty Bartell, YSNLive.com. Don't go anywhere.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens. On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana and I am why I'm proud.
This tax season is the perfect time for you to turn your tax refund into a vehicle at Greenwood Chevrolet. I'm Tracy, and I will be with you every step of the way. This tax season, don't miss out on the car you want and the worry-free experience you deserve.
Welcome back, everybody. Sydney Watts out in the circle for the Falcons, as due up for the Poland Bulldogs, Meredith Travas, Sophia Dito, and then Emily Denny back at the top. First pitch, bunt, and making the catch in her glove again is Mckenna Hogan. Top of the 3rd. First out, popped up, bunt, and Mckenna Hogan tracks it down yet again. Unbelievable. A couple of all-star plays from the defensive catcher. And Sophia Dito going to try to turn things over to the top of the lineup now with 1 down. Her first look on the day against Watts. First pitch takes that one for a strike, 0-1. Watts. Taking up about half of the circle. Watts is pitching in as that one is grounded over to 3rd. And the throw over to 1st for the out. Nice throw and nice play by Sophia Senedek, as it is a ground out for out number 2.
Now flipping back to the top of the batting order for the Colon Seminary Bulldogs. 3rd baseman number 43, Emily Denny.
Yes, Emily Denny, first time up, had a walk against Sydney Watts. As, like we said, tied for 2nd on her team in batting average, 364 coming into today's contest. Taking that first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Denny trying to start a little 2-out rally for the Bulldogs. Watts trying to get it to the bottom of the 3rd, swing and a miss, strike 2. As Denny, patient approach in her first at-bat against Watts, was able to work the walk. Getting a little hyper-aggressive this 2nd time around as she falls behind 0-2. As the 0-2 pitch sails high and too high for a ball, 1-2. Watts trying to get a 3rd frame under her belt. The 1-2. Swing and chipped back to the fencing. 1-2. Count stays. No doubt Poland coming in with a 3-1 record. A win against number 1 ranked Fitch in the softball power rankings would be enormous for this Poland program as far as momentum is concerned. The 1-2 taking all the way, strike 3 called. Number 5 on the day for Watts as she sends down the Bulldogs 1-2-3 in the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're still scoreless here in Austintown. Falcons bats look to change that right after this. Ty Bartell, YSNLive.com. Don't go anywhere.
If you can dream it, you can live it. Enjoy outdoor living at its finest with outdoor furniture at Sheely's. Whether hosting picnics or dining al fresco, with outdoor dining sets, you can bring family and friends together. You can create an outdoor oasis for your patio or deck, perfect for relaxing summer evenings. And unwind under the stars when you cozy up to a nice fire. Savor the season with outdoor living at Sheely's. Sheely's, proud partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers and Cleveland Guardians.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
Welcome back, everybody. As Katie McDonald looking to match Sydney Watts in the circle. She's gotten 2 clean frames under her belt. She comes in for the third. Sammy Severn, then the top of the order for the Falcons, due up. As Severn gets her first look at the plate against McDonald. Remember, Sam Severn was player of the game in that game against Chardon for the YSN Live player of the game. We had that interview with her featured on the website, ysnlive.com, with a nice story attached in that 7-0 victory the Falcons had over the Chardon Hilltoppers softball team. McDonald evens that count up 1-1 against Severn. That 1-1 pitch, tried to float it out towards short, but able to read it and make the play is Mary Brandt for out number 1. As Katie McDonald, like we said, not a pitcher that typically blows you away with a bunch of strikeouts in the game. Maybe not the same way that Sydney Watts does, but McDonald, like we said, sub-2 ERA coming into today's contest. She is a game manager. She knows how to manage that circle. She knows how to throw stuff off speed, mix it in well, and really start to get you to swing after her pitches. Forces weak contact a lot of the time, and that's what we've seen, at least that first time through the Falcons' order, only allowing a walk and a hit by pitch. Ayla Ray was the one that walked that first time up as she gets behind 0-2, much like the way she did in the first time up against McDonald. As foul ball, foul tipped into the glove, couldn't hold on to it, so counts as just that, a foul. Count stays 0-2. And that one hit out towards center, and that one a misplay, though. Ayla Ray going to turn and burn from third. She's digging for 3, and she's going to go all the way around the bases, heading for home. The first run of the game. Ayla Ray with a fist pump at the plate. It's 1-0 Fitch. Unbelievable.
That's got to be played.
The speed of a sun ray. Ayla Ray all the way around the bases. A 3-base error. Ayla Ray breaks open the scoring with 1 down. What a run. As Sammy A takes a first pitch ball 1-0. Katie McDonald too.
You got to knock that ball down.
Gonna try to compose herself too. As Katie McDonald made a great pitch there. Forced some contact that was catchable. Catchable in the outfield too. And arguably second out was there for Katie McDonald. But like we know, sport of baseball and softball can be fickle sometimes. And what a job by Ayla Ray taking advantage of the error, and make no mistakes about it, manufactured that run by herself on the bases as she turned and burned, turned on the afterburners. 1-0 Fitch. 1-2 the count now. Sammy A swings and pops that one up. Giving a look at it is D'Angelo, but gonna let it go foul. Austintown dug outside. As McDonald steps into the circle. her 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is Katie McDonald's 4th strikeout now of the ball game as she retires Sammy A by way of the K. Brings up Maddie Taylor now.
Baseman number 10, Maddie Taylor.
As Maddie Taylor swings and chops that one foul to the right. Taylor struck out swinging her first time up against McDonald. As the count 0-1 against Taylor with 2 down and a 1-0 Falcons lead. McDonald's 0-1 is low for a ball, 1-1. As Katie McDonald composing herself, trying to get herself out of this inning with no more damage done. Maddie Taylor works herself ahead in the count, 2-1. As the 2-1, McDonald trying to locate, and that one misses the spot, 3-1. As that run will go unearned on Katie McDonald, ultimately at the end of it. Has been pitching a good game, but Maddie Taylor manufactures a 2-out walk to keep this inning alive and bring the very powerful Sydney Watts to the plate. Watts.
Now approaching the box, pitcher number 32, Sydney Watts.
Flew out to right field her first time up. As Watts with 2 down looks to plate some more here, keep this inning going. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. As McDonald trying to labor through this third inning. She gets Watts to foul back. Count draws even at 1-1. Wouldn't have even thought it rained out here about a couple hours ago, folks, if you looked at the skies right now. Over top of the softball field, just some light cloud cover, none of them looking anything resembling storm clouds with blue skies peeking everywhere. Line out the center and taking a bounce and getting it in and keeping runners at the corners as Watts slides into first as center fielder that time, able to make the read, and Connie Kugris didn't want to allow that one to get by her. She kept it in front of her, did a good job of it. Runners at the corners. So a base hit for Sydney Watts. It's a single for her. Bella Tofil got hit by a pitch in her first at bat, and she's going to be out now as they're going to be making a substitution in.
Pinch runner.
Allie Foley is the pinch hitter. Ashley McLean is the pitch runner. Is the courtesy runner for Sydney Watts.
Now batting is pinch hitter for left fielder Bella Tofil, number 12, senior Allie Foley.
As Allie Foley now batting for Bella Tofil, who, like we said, got hit by a pitch. Didn't look like it was anything major, but still Coach Ward wants to play safe with all of his talent here. But a huge at-bat for Allie Foley now, stepping in for Tofil. And Foley swings at that first pitch, throw down to second, and it was a cutoff throw. McLean swipes second. Runners at second and third, still only 2 down. 0-1 the count, though. The 0-1 is chipped back, 0-2. Couple of runners sit in scoring position for Foley if she could find some outfield grass. Try to triple this Falcon lead. Very slim heading into this bottom of the third inning. Both pitchers throwing gems, and strike three called, and Katie Mcdonald gets her 5th of the game. Unearned run does cross the plate as McDonald strands 2 more in scoring position for the Falcons. It's 1-0 Fitch going into the top of the 4th. Poland looks to try to get it back right after this.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
If you can dream it, you can live it. Enjoy outdoor living at its finest with outdoor furniture at Sheely's. Whether hosting picnics or dining al fresco, with outdoor dining sets, you can bring family and friends together. You can create an outdoor oasis for your patio or deck, perfect for relaxing summer evenings. And unwind under the stars when you cozy up to a nice fire. Savor the season with outdoor living at Sheely's. Sheely's, proud partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers and Cleveland Guardians.
This tax season is the perfect time for you to turn your tax refund into a vehicle at Greenwood Chevrolet. I'm Tracy, and I will be with you every step of the way. This tax season, don't miss out on the car you want and the worry-free experience you deserve.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the top of the 4th inning. Connie Kugras, Mary Brandt, Abby Farber, 2-3-4 in the Bulldogs order. Due up against Sydney Watts for their second look. Kugras struck out looking her first time up at the plate as Watts looking to get things started now, pitching with the lead for the first time. Bunt shown by Kugras, pulled back, ball 1. Showing bunt again and trying to get it down as it goes foul, 1-1. As Kugras is looking to get things started here for the Bulldogs. As Kugras with the 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Brought that heat on the rise ball. And got Kugras to chase, did Watts. Poland, though, only down by 1, can manufacture a run here, or a long ball is all it really takes to get back into this one. And with Sydney Watts' power, that's the way you try to bat against her. Use her power against her, and if you can just square something up against her, a lot of batters that maybe don't usually hit home runs can find their swings and their cuts on Sydney Watts' pitches, traveling a lot further distances, providing they can get that good cut on it and square it up. Count now runs full for Connie Kugras. As Watts, 3-2 pitch, trying to get her looking, but no, it is a full count walk for Connie Kugras, as she's able to get the run lead or tying run at first to lead things off, and it's only the second base runner allowed by Sydney Watts. Second walk of the day, 12th on the season for Watts. Mary Brandt popped up her last time up to third as strike 1 is the call on Brandt. Like we said, came into today batting .571. She tries to keep this inning going. She swings and gets it into left field for the first base hit of Poland's game today. And I believe first base hit for Poland, and first base hit coming for them here in the 4th. Falcons got theirs in the 3rd, so bats starting to come alive for both teams.
Now at the plate for the Lady Bulldogs, second baseman number 25, Abby Farber.
Abby Farber steps in and holds off on it, ball one. Farber coming in, 364 batter. She struck out her last time up against Watts. But she has that run, game-tying run at second base. Does Farber, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. As Farber just needing to move these runners over any way that she can. Worst case scenario, just get that runner to third with nobody down in the inning. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two, back-to-back pitches. And the untouchable Sydney Watts bringing out the heat. Count now 1-2. Looking for a big first out. Watts kicks, delivers, and goes up the ladder with it. No offer by Farber. Count now 2-2. Farber, huge at bat. Tying run at second. Go-ahead run at first for Poland. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. And rode that ladder one more time. That time, Farber couldn't lay off of it, as that is strikeout number 6, a half dozen for Sydney Watts now.
Now batting catcher, number 16, Sophia D'Angelo.
Sophia D'Angelo, another pop-out victim, as she popped out to catcher Mckenna Hogan. One of two pop-outs to Mckenna Hogan on the day, as that first pitch was a ball to D'Angelo. D'Angelo batting .308 coming into today's contest. As she looks to play to run here, she gets underneath it, hits it out towards second, settling under it, making the catch is Mitchell for out number 2. As Watts so far evades the first two runners aboard, as she gets the next two out, it now brings up Leanne Williams, who struck out her first time up against Watts.
Now stepping in, first baseman number 21, Leanne Williams.
As the first pitch to Williams, and check swing, but it caught a piece of the bat, and that's going to be strike one. As Watts gets ahead of yet another batter for the Bulldogs. That 0-1 pitch, though, misses up high, and that's where a large portion of her misses have been. It's been, looks like, on that rise ball, just not that you're supposed to hit the strike zone with it every time. It's just Poland doing a good job laying off of a decent amount of them, too, as they've seen the film on her. They know what she likes to go to. And you'll see Watts try to make those adjustments, too. Maybe she won't use the rise ball as much in the next few starts. It's adjustment, counter adjustment, both sports and baseball and softball. And we see that time and time again. Hitters are going to be aware of you. Once you start making noise in the sport, everyone's trying to adjust to you. The 2-1 pitch to Williams. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 2. Runners at first and second. That is the go-ahead and game-tying runs that are aboard. Leanne Williams has a chance to get Poland on the board. The 2-2. And that one is hit out towards left, as settling under it, making the catch out there in left field. That time was Foley. And a great job by Sydney Watts of getting out of the pressure here in the fourth, as they hold Poland scoreless through 4. Fitch bats coming back up, trying to add to their lead. 1-0 Falcons. Ty Bartell, YSNLive.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
They say American craftsmanship is making a comeback. Of course, at Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, it never went away.
People are floored by Baird Brothers' authentic hardwood floors. They stare at our stairs and adore our doors. Baird Brothers reflects 3 generations of family craftsmanship. Visit our huge in-stock selection in person or at BairdBrothers.com.
Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
Mill Creek Metro Parks invites you to join them for a second season of Youth Deck Hockey, July 16th through August 27th. 8, 11, 14, and 17U players. Register now for 6 Saturday games and 1 scheduled practice each week at the Wick Recreation Area. Registration for the Adult League is also now being accepted. Sign up now and don't miss your chance to play deck hockey. Call today or visit millcreekmetroparks.org.
Welcome back, everybody, here at Austintown Fitch High School as the Falcons up to bat as Caitlin Mitchell, Mckenna Hogan, Sophia Senedak are the ones due up against Katie McDonald. Mitchell grounded into a fielder's choice her first time up as she takes that one for a strike. Count evens 1-1 apiece. One is chipped back again, 1-2. Caitlin Mitchell for out number 1. So with the first out here in the bottom of the first, it's going to bring up now Mckenna Hogan. Struck out looking her last time up.
Number 34, Mckenna Hogan.
As McDonald looking to get the Poland bats back out on the field. First pitch cut on by Mckenna Hogan is fouled towards the Poland dugout side on the fence. 0-1 to start. Hogan tied for second most home runs on the ball club with 2 heading into this game. The 0-1. Hogan hits that one, gets under it, trying to make a play. There is first baseman in the Poland, Leanne Williams, but the angle, and it was falling away as the count now goes to 0-2 for Hogan. And that 0-2 pitch swing and a miss, strike 3. Katie McDonald gets a half dozen under her belt now, as that is out number 2. Going to bring up Sophia Senedak, trying to start something with 2 down now in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Third baseman, number 40, Sophia Senedak.
Game going really quickly through the first 4 innings. We're only an hour and 2 real time right now into this one, folks. And both pitchers throwing a large majority strikes, and hitters not having the best day at the plate through the first time through the order. That'll do that. 1-0 the count. Cut back 1-1. Continuing. A great performance here is Katie McDonald against number 1 ranked Fitch in the YSN Power Rankings and undefeated Falcons. The 1-1. That one heads up, and it goes right into the press box, right above, right underneath the press box, I should say. 1-2 now. 1-2 pitch. Looking it all the way, and it's a ball. 2-2. As Katie McDonald looking to get this final out of the 4th, the 2-2. That one is chopped towards second, and a fumble with the field and an error out at second base by Abby Farber. And not one that makes a whole lot of errors, I'll tell you that, folks. Usually a very clean fielder in the infield. She makes one there, though, and getting on board with 2 down. Brings up Sammy Severn now as Senedak reaches on an error. And first pitch to Senedak, or to Severn, excuse me, is a strike. 0-1. Grounded out to short her first time up, did Sam Severn. That's a ball. 1-1.
Her swing is very compact. She don't like,
As McDonald's 1-1 offering to Severn, taking all the way. That one finds a strike. 1-2. And McDonald looking for that one pitch to get out of this 4th, trying to get the bats back on for Poland. All the way taken. 2-2. Now the count. 2-2 pitch to Severn is away. 3-2 now. Trying to get something started. Bottom of the order, looking to turn it over to the top. Ayla Ray, if Sam Severn is to reach, awaits in the on-deck circle now. As that one hit to first, and what a pick by Leanne Williams. Steps on the bag for out number 3. As we head into the top of the 5th, 1-0 Fitch still leading. We'll be back right after this.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
I enjoy the fact that I come to work every day. I'm proud of what I do, and I go home to my family, and I set a good example for my children. And to see that I'm able to help someone in the situation that I might have been in, it makes me feel really good about it. Take your time, make sure you're comfortable, so that way when you leave here saying, I'm not only happy about the car, I'm satisfied with my experience. I'm completely satisfied. I'm Greg Fonda, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
Mill Creek Metro Parks is launching its first ever co-ed youth NFL Flag Football League May 14th through June 18th. Registration is now open for 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12U players. All games will be played Saturdays at the Wick Recreation Area. Sign up today and don't miss out on a chance to be part of this surging American youth sport. Backed by NFL Flag Football. Call or register today at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 5th inning, pulling bats coming up. Katie McDonald to lead things off with a first pitch ball by Sydney Watts. In the order, it is Katie McDonald, Merida Tervas, and Sophia Dito. 7, 8, 9 in the Bulldogs order due up here in the 5th. McDonald struck out swinging her first time up against Watts, the 1-0. That one cut on and fouled over the Poland dugout, and that one might have even got into the baseball field. And they're going to have to call a pause. Left fielder out in the Poland baseball field. Could probably tune in to ysnlive.com on that one as well. Our owner, DJ Yoakley, over at the Fitch Falcons and Poland Bulldogs baseball game, as both Fitch games featured on the network today. And you could, of course, catch both of these absolutely free. And, of course, you'd know that if you're here. But go catch the boys game, too. Flip back and forth as well. Poland and Austintown taking on each other on the boys' side. Right across the way at Richard L. Coppola Field. Poland is the acting home team in that one, though. But tune in to hear the voice of DJ Yoakley, and squaring it up, but centering it and making the play out there in center field was Sammy A. for out number 1. As we saw right there, an example of that, just didn't have enough power on it, but Katie McDonald was able to put a nice square up cut on Sydney Watts pitches, and that's what you got to use. With those type of power pitchers, you got to use that power against them. McDonald tried to square it up, couldn't get a good enough shot on it. A retires it out in center. As that first pitch is a foul. 0-1 now for Meredith Travas. She popped out to the catcher Mckenna Hogan her last time up. The 0-1 from Watts. Misses for a ball, 1-1. Watts, 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss, strike 2. When she has that command, such a tough pitch, especially when she puts the speed behind the rise ball that she does. One and two the count for Travas. One down here, top of the 5th, taking all the way, called strike 3, and 7 Ks now for Sydney Watts, as that is her third one that she has drawn looking on the day. 3 looking, 4 swinging for Watts.
outfielder number 32, Sophia Dido.
Sophia Dido now. Grounded out to third, her first time up. She takes that first pitch for a ball. Bottom of the order, if Dido is to reach, Emily Denny, top of the order, awaits on deck, trying to turn it over to the top and get a little two-out rally started here in this top half of the fifth. Swing and a miss, strike one. Cold chill starting to take over the ballpark, and some dark clouds also taking over the sky cover as well, as we may have spoke a little too soon on the sun shining through the blue skies, folks. And that's Northeastern Ohio for you. And quite literally about 40 minutes broadcast time. If you've been sticking with us and watching this entire time, you've seen these clouds in this outfield and this sky change from looking to a nice warm spring to one of the more nasty days in a summer. Is 2-2 now the count on the missed rise ball by Watts. 2 down, looking for this final out in the top of the fifth as Dido bats .333 coming into this one. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3 on the rise ball yet again. 8 Ks for Sydney Watts as she continues to sizzle. We go into the bottom half of the fifth. Fitch still leading it 1-0. Their bats going to make an appearance right after this.
Jimmy Sudman here, director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and 2 of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the bottom of the fifth inning. Ayla Ray, Sammy A., Maddie Taylor due up in this half of the inning. As Katie Mcdonald, 4 innings to this point, looking to go another strong one here against the Falcons. First pitch is a ball, 1-0.
I think somebody turned the lights off.
As the cloud cover is starting to get a lot darker here. That 1-0 is Ayla Ray gets it over the shortstop's head. Hey, what do you expect? Another base hit from Ayla Ray. Came into today batting .722 on the season, and she just added another base hit to her resume. As she's been aboard, what do you figure? All 3 times, yet again, the perfect, ideal leadoff hitter for any coach. 3 for 3 as far as reaching base. 2 for 2 in the hit department for Ayla Ray. First pitch is a strike to Sammy A. with the leadoff hitter aboard in Ayla Ray. Sammy A., fielder's choice, grounded into one and struck out earlier as she grounds this one towards second. Farber gonna just take that one, make the play, and get the first out of Sammy A. At first, it advanced Ayla Ray to second, though. And with a runner now in scoring position for Fitch, it's going to bring up the big bopper of the Falcons lineup back-to-back in Maddie Taylor. And this is where you want your RBI productive leaders to be in with this position right here. First pitch is a ball. And trying to steal third, and it gets away. Ayla Ray manufacturing another run, the second one for Ayla Ray. Creating a tear on the base paths. Ayla Ray, her speed, has now manufactured both runs in this ball game. As the sophomore can't let her on base, she will hurt you. 1-0 now, the count on Maddie Taylor. The count, or the lead, I should say, now doubles for the Falcons. 2-0.
They call it a strike?
I believe so. He had his arm up.
The 1-1 by Taylor as Taylor cuts that one back. Strike 2.
I think that's a snow. I think the snow's
Well, but it's going to be cold.
As the
Poland's pulling up the
one down.
They're getting ready to get the girls on the bus.
1-2 the count. Pitch is a ball on the inside. 2-2. McDonald's 2-2 offering. That one is hit out towards right center field, and it is into the gap. And turning and burning, going to second. Taylor's going to dig for 3. Taylor going into third, gets down the slide, and the call is safe at the bag. A triple for Maddie Taylor. Rainfall starting to begin here at the softball field, and it is getting mighty dark now in a hurry, folks, as dark skies taking over. And I think everyone's starting to realize what is happening before us here. Is there might be rain delay, rain cancellation, you might think, though, as you only need 2 innings technically to get 5, or 2/3 of an inning, I should say, to get 5 under the belt. And in all intents and purposes, you could technically try to do that. Taylor can leave early. You just need to get 3 outs to get 5 in the books if you really want to count this one as the victory. It's Sydney Watts due up at the plate. Watts with a fly out to right and a single. As Watts with a runner at third and 1 down, Katie McDonald. First pitch to her is high and away, 1-0. That 1-0, swing and a miss, strike 1. Went up the ladder, got Watts to chase. I think the goal here now, folks, for both teams, get this 5th inning under the belt, and that way you could count this game to your record either way.
I saw that, and I wasn't convinced myself.
Swing and a miss by Watts, 2-2. The 2-2, and that one is cut back in foul. We'll do it again at 2-2. Fitch leading 2-0. Runner at third with 1 down, trying to get McDonald for another run. They've already scored 1 here in the 5th. That's fouled away as well.
It's in the pattern.
2-2. That one is up high, 3-2. As that pitch is ball 4 for a walk. And good point being made, too, that Poland technically does have their 5 innings, so either way, you could say that this one is in the books if it gets called, and home plate umpire going to be talking with Coach Ward. This is going to be for the courtesy runner, Ashley McLean, for Sydney Watts at first. Runners at first and third.
Now at the plate for the Lady Falcons, left fielder number 12, Allie Foley.
Allie Foley
Tell them check their watches and their phone.
shows bunt going for the steal.
Yes, it is 8:30.
Yeah. All right.
And that one
in the dirt, but
is in there.
Yes, she was, I think. Oh, yeah. Stolen base number
So,
2 for her.
runners at second and third now. One out, ball one, showing bunt. And that is a strike, 1-1. And that one is fouled away. It's 1-2 now. As Fitch has a couple more runs sitting on the bases here for them to try to bring home. As Allie Foley has the opportunity to, with only one down. Caitlin Mitchell does await in the on-deck circle. That one grounded towards third, throw over to first, that is out, number 2, and both runners stay back where they are, second and third, 2 down now, and coming up to bat is Caitlin Mitchell, as that is a ground out to third. As Caitlin Mitchell with 2 down, 2 on here in the 5th, swinging and cutting it over and into the boys' field again. As going to have to call timeout again over his left fielder. Going to have to go recover that one as softball is bombarding and peppering the Falcons' field today. That one into center field. 2 more going to score for the Falcons. Coming through big time, Caitlin Mitchell with a 2 RBI single. Big hit as Fitch goes up 4-0 now. Double their lead with a 2 RBI single. Caitlin Mitchell brings home the runs and doubles the Fitch lead.
Now in the box, catcher number 34, Mckenna Hogan.
Mckenna Hogan steps in. Rain starting to pick up. Hogan cuts on and fouls it back 0-1. As Katie Mcdonald gets ready, the 0-1. That one is cut on back and 0-2 the count. Hogan striking out, looking and swinging on the day. Rain starting to pick up here in the field. As with the count 0-2, McDonald delivers. Pitch is high and away 1-2. And that 1-2, Hogan lays off of it, 2-2 now. As Katie Mcdonald trying to leave the score where it is and swing and a miss as she has had Mckenna Hogan's number. This one 3 strikeouts now against Hogan, as that will conclude the 5th inning. We're going to get some word for you here on the conclusion of this game if we have another 2 innings in store. Skies are dark. I figure the home plate umpire going to talk things over, and we're going to get in a decision. But for all intents and purposes, right now we go to the top of the 6th. We'll be back with an update.
Mill Creek Metro Parks invites you to join them for a 2nd season of Youth Deck Hockey, July 16th through August 27th. 8, 11, 14, and 17 U players. Register now for 6 Saturday games and 1 scheduled practice each week at the Wick Recreation Area. Registration for the Adult League is also now being accepted. Sign up now and don't miss your chance to play deck hockey. Call today or visit millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek Metro Parks invites you to join them for a second season of youth.
We are concluding this one, folks, as we are here. It is going to be a final game through 5 innings due to the weather. As you could see, inclement weather, rain starting to pour down, and that was ultimately the goal here, I think, by the softball team was get 5 innings under their belt. Let's get this game under our belt, and for the end, it is going to be a victory for the Falcons. 4-0, Fitch wins it, as their record will go to 6-0 on the season. 3-2, Poland will drop on their record, as the Austintown Fitch Falcons look to stay number 1 on the power rankings. I'd like to thank you for all tuning in and watching this broadcast of YSN Live Softball, to our proud owners, both DJ Yoakley and Brian Scott, who were able to bring this game to each and every person unable to make it in attendance tonight. To our GM, Steve Leslie, who with his work with YSU Football, Bob Scene Park Baseball, and YSNLive.com, we, of course, thank Steve Leslie with all of his work that he does around the area, as he is huge in influencing not only YSNLive.com, but the entire Mahoning Valley area. So we thank him. Most importantly, to all of you who help tune in and support these kids, schools, and communities. You guys are really and truly what YSN Live is all about, and so we thank you. If you're tuning in from the Poland community supporting your Bulldogs, we of course say hello and welcome in to you. If you're right here in Austintown supporting your Falcons, we of course say hello and always welcome in to you, or wherever you may be in high school softball. This is Ty Bartell bidding you all a farewell and a good night, everybody.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.